What's up guys, back with another Duramax video, and today's mod is not only going to look better, but it's also going to perform better, and it's one of my favorite things that we've done to the 6-liter as well, and I've been wanting to do it to this truck for a long time. So huge shout out to Spelab for sending us out this product today. I say we begin with a nice little cold start, get this thing in the shop, check it out. Some glorious graps cruising on by. But obviously the Duramax is lifted, and so you can see a lot of that rear end suspension because it does sit pretty tall. And so that's why I am excited to get rid of that guy right there, our crusty factory diff cover. I'm also very excited to see what comes out of this thing. This truck has 205,000 miles on it, so I'm sure it's been changed. I hope it's been, I say I'm sure. Definitely a chance that it's never been changed, and that is the original fluid that got put in this thing back in 2006. And so I'm very curious to see what comes out of that sucker. Hopefully it's not horrible looking. Obviously it's still performing fine, but we're going to be swapping that out for some premium fluid as well. And then of course ditching that guy for a beautiful Spelab diff cover, which has a drain on the bottom, sight glass to see your fluid level, fill on the top. It's also got the nice channels and stuff on the backside. Both of the plugs actually have magnets as well to catch any debris that might come off the gears. And clearly black and red, it's gonna go great underneath here, match perfectly with our shocks. And just overall, it's gonna look great because you're actually gonna be able to see it. Whereas on like the 6-liter, it's pretty short, and so you can't really see it unless you're looking for it or you're far back. So it's gonna be a nice upgrade to look better and perform better, and I'm freaking excited. So this diff cover is the billet one, obviously powder coated black with their logo. It comes with a new seal and hardware, which we've had no leaks whatsoever on the 6-liter. So hoping for the same results here. All you need is a 1/2 inch for the 14 bolts, and then a 1/4 inch socket or wrench to get the drain bolt out of the bottom of this guy. So let's go ahead and start there, drain this fluid out, see how it's looking.
I definitely like GM's design for the drain bolt because it's actually at the very center of the bottom, whereas on the Fords, you don't have it there. And so you have a hard time getting absolutely everything out of your diff. But here, we should just be able to pop this free and drain everything out. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Your wrench is just gonna go straight in there, and hopefully she is going to pop free. Okay, beautiful. Y'all ready to see what we get out of this thing? I know I am. Don't be sludge. If you would, just don't be sludge. Well, it's almost got a green hue to it. That's kind of weird. Let's let this drain off. Ugh. Once you smell diff fluid, man, that smell never leaves you. Definitely has a weird green hue to it. I guess maybe it's got some additives in it or whatever was put in here. It's just that color. I've never seen it. Let's check our magnet. Honestly, that is awesome. Just very, very minimal metal, like I guess you would call it shavings or whatever, but yeah, they don't look bad at all. All right, let's go ahead and pop this diff cover off. We'll start with the brake line brackets, get those out of the way. Once again, 1/2 inch. I would really like if you weren't slammed full of RTV or something. That would be super cool. Boom, there she is. Well, it does have an actual gasket on it, which we'll have to clean up. Some got left behind. We'll get the old razor blade after. But there's our gear set, dude.
we got everything nice and smooth around. Y'all saw me spray some brake cleaner and stuff, so we're letting all that evaporate. But I went ahead and rolled the truck back so that all the fluid that was stuck in there, because this was sitting, you know, where it was collecting, dumped out. There is a little valley in the back here that does hold some fluid. I don't know how good y'all can see, but on the other side of the plug, there's a little valley. So I went in there, scooped that out, wiped it out with a rag, got it nice and clean, had some like just little debris, junk from cleaning everything come out of there. So I got our teeth wiped down on the gear set and pushed or squirted some fresh oil in there just to try to get everything to run down and get as much of that old oil out. So we're just gonna let her sit for probably 30 minutes or so, air dry, make sure everything evaporates out, and then we'll be ready to go ahead and throw our new cover on. Let's go ahead and give her one last wipe down before we slam this cover on here. Now we're gonna take our gasket, put it on the back side of our cover, and then stick 1 or 2 bolts in there. That way we can hold them together. Now let me see if I can finagle myself up in here, get this guy lined up, and get a couple of these started. There's one. Beautiful. Are we still lined up with our gasket? We are. Off camera, I put our lock washer on first, and then the, I guess, standard washer. That's gonna allow it to spin on there, and then it's gonna keep it nice and tight. Definitely wouldn't have been a bad idea to go ahead and paint our diff before we took the old one off. But it's the middle of winter and we're not looking to do any paint. So maybe in the summertime, we'll strip all this axle paint down and redo her. It's also just got mud all over it, so cleaning it up is gonna work wonders in itself. Now that we got them all in there, we can go ahead and start snugging them up. I'm gonna take this guy back out and we're gonna put our lines back on. I'm about to take this freaking tip off. Holy crap, it's getting on my nerves. Let's hold this guy so it doesn't spin the bracket around. Let's go ahead and wipe the bottom of our diff off and throw our plug in there. Just take your finger, plug the hole, line her up, put her in. Now we're using the 15W40. This is a full synthetic. A lot of places or people will say to do a 75W90. You can run either one. Apparently the 140 is good for, you know, high performance or heavy towing, and it's got a good breakdown. The Valvoline stuff is freaking awesome. This is the same stuff we used in the 6-liter, and that's why I'm using it here, because I bought way too much, because ChatGPT told me that that truck held way more. Turns out it didn't. Either way, this stuff's already got all the additives and everything that you need for this rear diff. One down. Once we get this one in, we'll let it sit for a minute, let everything drain down at the bottom before we add that third. All right, that is 3. Hopefully this one's got enough in it to where we don't have to go to the parts store. Not sure why they put the plastic on before the rivets, but they do. We'll have to peel that off separately, but we had just enough fluid. As you see, our ball is now floating. Focus. Got the perfect level in there. So I guess it ended up taking a little bit over 4 quarts. I'm not sure if this cover holds more than factory, or maybe Google lied to me with the capacity, but she is absolutely spot on. Hopefully that fluid does not immediately turn black because of the residual in the old. Either way, brake lines are back on, zip tied our wheel light line down, put our fill cap on there. And aside from me washing this thing, getting all the extra oil and stuff that I spilled off, that's her. We are ready to do the B-roll. So I'm gonna go ahead, clean it up. Let's check it out. Seems like every time I film something with this truck, your boy gets freaking sick. Holy crap, I'm on the struggle bus once again, but let's go ahead and check out our new diff cover. Looking absolutely amazing back there. It looks super good with the FTS shocks. The sight glass is a little clouded up right now due to, you know, new combination of mixing everything up. But dude, that looks so freaking good. Holy crap. It's perfect. Like that, with that, like it was meant to freaking be. Looks so good. Got our axle cleaned up pretty good. Ran through some mud. Got the whole truck filthy, but at least our rear end is looking super freaking crispy. Let's get a little farther away angle. Oh man, that looks so good. I'm stoked with that. Y'all let me know what exhaust we should change this thing to, because I'm kind of tired of the big giant tip. Want to swap it up. Also got to get our wheel lights back on the back. I don't know, I kind of love it at this angle right here. I love it at this angle, but I hate it sometimes at others because it's freaking gaudy, but it also sounds sick. Either way, there she is, boys, looking absolutely incredible. Super stoked with that. So huge shout out to Spelab for sending us out this cover. And once again, the Duramax just gets freaking better. Dude, holy crap. It looks disgusting from far off. This is my first time seeing it. The black powder coat being gloss, dude, it's shining. It matches so good with the freaking shocks. Holy crap. Y'all need one of them. Faux show. That looks so freaking good.